Hey, my wonderful Leo Divine Masculine Placements. Christina here coming at you with your July extended Tarotscope. I apologize, it is getting out late, but I am working my way through it. I had some things come up this month, and in the future, I hope that will not be the case. They will be posted earlier. But Leos, by the way, reminder, everyone has masculine and feminine energy. They hold yin yang. If you want to know if you're more in your wounded masculine or wounded feminine energy, please visit my website, gingermama.com. Go to the blogs, they're free. And there are some blog posts about healed and wounded, both masculine and feminine energy. We all want to embody both. So hopefully this resonates. Feel free to check out also the Leo Divine Feminine read. If you're kind of rebalancing out both sides of you, then both might resonate for you this month. All right, Leos, let's start here. What I was channeling for you was really interesting. It was like a spa. Specifically orange, like salt scrub, like bright colors might be a thing for you right now. Orange, I know, is that Leo energy, right? Like that fire. But really like owning that. Maybe wear more colorful clothing or something. I'm not sure. But it was coming in like this self-care idea that like you've been working really hard and just maybe not taking time to yourself. And so, yeah, I know, especially if we're in male bodies or men, like there's sometimes an aversion to that. What is this? Something just fell. Like it broke. Huh. It's like, yeah, maybe you're feeling a little broken right now or like run down, just wounded, tired. Many of the masculine collective right now is in their feminine emotions, okay? The feminine side of them. And that's okay, that's good. But it can be overly emotional and it can be hard to balance out. And sometimes that occurs because we're looking too much at the past and not looking to the future. So ask yourself, am I dwelling on a situation in the past? Also, Queen of Pentacles reversed. Many of you, maybe you're having financial issues or you're envious of others. You could also be feeling envy towards your counterpart or blaming them, feeling like they're the ones too emotional, they're the ones having financial issues, they're the ones jealous. Like it just feels like a lot of energy that you need to pull back and take time to yourself to really get grounded. And maybe going to the spa for whatever, I mean, men get pedicures all the time or treatments, might actually help you tap into that feminine energy. I know it sounds wild, but trust me, it's part of the process. And many feminines have been called to do more, traditional masculine things. Ding on my phone as they say that. So maybe consider that, okay? There's nothing to be ashamed of there. Like just do it. Also, it's like, many of you are with the wrong person, okay? Like, you're running around, you think it's your person. It's not, guys. Ten of Swords. If you are in other third-party connections right now, I know it's hard sometimes to know who the person is, but I think by now most of you kind of know who that person is you have a true connection with. Understand chemistry is a real thing. You can have chemistry with someone else, sexual compatibility for a minute, but chemistry always fades. True connection just burns brighter and brighter. And you need to really ask yourself, if you're feeling energetically drained right now, exhausted, tired, having difficulty getting out of bed, trouble sleeping, feeling actually physically ill in any way, those can be signs that you are imbalanced. King of Pentacles here. You might also be having money issues, financial troubles. Source is trying to get you to pull away from energies that are not meant for you and to focus on what it is you really want. So, with that feminine energy too, feminine energy is all about that sensuality of figuring out what it is. What do you really want in the bedroom? What do you really want to occur when it comes to a connection? How do you envision that playing out? Any thought you have about the future of your connection with someone is what you're manifesting. So even if you don't realize you're doing it, if you're thinking about this person, you're manifesting something with them. So yeah, it's like you're trying to get out of your head, and you should, right? That's great. But the Emperor is still in balance. You're still not in that Emperor status. There is so much imbalance here. King of Wands, King of Pentacles reversed. This is a masculine energy, you guys. You likely that is just, you're not feeling passionate. You're not feeling happy. You're not feeling drive. Maybe you're not feeling passionate at work. Or in your finances. Like there's just a lot of energy here, and it's depleting you because you're not protecting your energy. It's like I picture you working so hard and doing all this, and then you're drained from work. So then you just go out and you're either numbing it with substances and or with sexual encounters with other people. And how is it working for you? How are you feeling? Are you feeling better and more energetically uplifted, or are you just throwing around, energy like it's nothing, because it always comes back to you. And that's where that imbalance is. Hand of God confirming. The universe, the Ace of Pentacles, also about abundance, wealth, and money. If you want that, you've got to walk through the pain of the truth of who you are and get real with yourself. Stop looking at that other person or other people and saying they're the problem, and look at you. Where are you very fixed in how you experience the world around you and stubborn and don't move? How are you giving to others or taking from others? Is it balanced? Are you balanced in this? I mean, is it fair? I want you to really ask yourself, if somebody treated you the way you treat others, would that be acceptable to you? Would that be acceptable to you? Because many of you, what do? You ghost. Or you have this scarcity mindset, this belief there's not enough, or I can't give anybody anything, not my time, not my attention, not my money, because if I give it to somebody, they're going to take it and run, I'm never going to see it again, and blah, blah, blah. That idea is bullshit, guys. I'm sorry, guys, gals, genders don't matter here, but that's wrong. And that's what stalls you. Knight of Swords reversed. You don't take action towards anything you truly feel connected to because of this fear. And understand that fear is normal. It comes from a place in our childhood of wounding. That's very common, right? To have that come up. But you need to sit with yourself, really journal, meditate, think about your childhood. Why is this? Did you have a care provider that breadcrumbed you? Many people, many masculines right now are in that breadcrumbing energy where it's like they step in, they just love it. They're like, oh, there's like a vibe here, connection, chemistry. They go all in, and then they pull back and they run. And what you're doing is you approach them and you're like, hey, want to hang? And they're giving you half their loaf of bread. Yeah, of course. Let's share energy. Cool. And then you're taking that loaf and somebody else or them are saying, okay, do I get any back? I'm still hungry. You're giving them the littlest breadcrumb. What's that about? And then you hoard the rest for yourself because you're afraid, but yet you expect other people to continue giving to you. And that expectation is your ego, wounded ego, that needs to be healed. So you really, I'm telling you, Source here, as we're in Cancer season, guys, we just had this full moon energy, which is really powerful. It's a cardinal sign. It's Capricorn, this full moon. And it's in the sign of Cancer right now, which is also cardinal energy. Cardinal energy is move things forward. Your fixed sun in Leo is, oh, you're fixed. You're stubborn. You're stuck. You're right there. You want it your way or the highway. And I'm telling you right now, if you can allow this cardinal energy to move you forward and to not be afraid, 411 as I say that, to like take the forward action and find the truth of what it is you want, who you are, what you want out of life, you'll be feeling so much better. But oftentimes it's like we're afraid to be emotionally vulnerable, which by the way, King of Cups is also water sign energy. As we're talking about Cancer season, we're in that for the rest of July for the most part. Excuse me. It's about speaking your truth and being emotionally available. And understand that your counterpart, okay, if you want this connection in any way, they're not going to let you back in if you cannot be emotionally mature and communicate with them, whatever that looks like. Because if you have this connection, it's sacred. You don't find this with other people. You can have chemistry, you can't have connection with everyone. And so what you want to do is be emotionally honest. I have feelings towards you. I want this connection in some way. Reshape how you view commitment. I want to be committed to being emotionally honest with you, to telling you the truth, even if that means whatever it means for you. Maybe you don't want to live with this person, but you want a relationship with them. Maybe you want other sexual partners possibly in the future, or for that to be an option. Speaking this honestly to someone and saying, this is why and this is how I feel. And then understanding that other person, what their response might be. They might be like, yeah, sure, I'm open to that as long as you're communicating and being honest. Or they might be like, heck no, I don't trust this right now. I want to focus on us first and maybe in the future. Whatever it is, you're basically committing to dating. And if you're just sleeping around with people and being shy because you're afraid to speak the truth, that's because you don't feel worthy of a true connection like that, of someone showing up for you like that, which is why you don't show up for others. And you've really got to tap into that and ask yourself, are you being shady with other people? Have you been in the past? Have you been manipulative? Have you been controlling? Have you wanted things only your way? Have you accused others of being too emotional when at the same time, like, their emotions are probably valid? If you ghosted them, if you left them, if you love bombed them and then ran, or slept with them and then ran, they're allowed to have emotions about that. That is a normal human response. And you might ask yourself why you don't have any. That's frightening, okay? And tap into those emotions, because I know you have them. Everyone does. crack that heart space open. Let the tears fall. Journal. Write a piece of paper. Why this happened. Whatever it is in your life. Past family, trauma, abuse, anything to do with anything that's blocking you. And then burn it. Release it with this full moon and say, I'm not doing that. I can be safe in a connection. I can be emotionally available. It is okay for me to do that. I am safe in this. The universe chose me. The universe is trying to give back to twin counterparts. I'm telling you, you've done this lifetimes over. Many of you, your dreams might also be very significant right now. They are trying to tell you something, okay? Our dreams are as above, so below. It's just like tarot. It is current energy or energy close by us or around us in some way, or our own subconscious fears. And we can address that in the dream state, but also put in the work after the dream to connect that to our current energy, okay? So I love you guys. I am not trying to be hard on anyone, but please focus on that self-care. Pull away from these other energies. And like the rainbow, the chakras, this seems so significant right now. If you don't know much about chakras, please look into that this month as well. Your chakra system is imperative. And recovery here. You might be recovering from an illness, or you might be recovering from an addiction or something like that. Keep going, okay? Keep going. Ask Source for guidance. Understand you can do this. And forgive yourself and forgive others. That is the only way we begin to clear our energy, is to hold our truth, speak our truth, and if others cannot match that, we hold a boundary there, right? But then we forgive no matter what. So you need to be forgiving yourself, forgiving, if you have a counterpart or something, understand that you're mirroring these triggers. You're both healing. And if you can't see why they responded a certain way, then you've not healed that part of you that needs to be more empathetic, compassionate, and emotionally available. Okay? And the same with them. They've held empathy for you, understanding why many of you have addictions or sexual energy imbalances because of your past pain and trauma. Right? So they've held compassion and grace for you. The question is, are you holding compassion and grace for them? Are you taking accountability for your actions without worrying about theirs? Or are you just, peace out? Also, vanity. Some of you are really obsessed with the way you look. It's all about looks, or you're obsessed with the way they look. Ask yourself, have you judged me at all during this video for the way I look? Fair question, right? Grief reversed. Tap into that. Who judged you? What pressure do you put on yourself for appearances? Are you not being your authentic self? Are you not dressing the way you want? Are you not experiencing life the way you want? Are you trying to fit into a box, a mold, because you're fixed in that energy? No, this is the way life goes. That's the only way. There can't be a different way. What a boring way to live. I mean, ask yourself, how many times have I been on repeat with these cycles? What's your perception? Because you get to choose. That's consciousness. How you perceive the world. Instead of looking at someone and picking them apart, you can look at someone and say, wow, that's unique. That's original. That's beautiful. Wow, that's really neat. And when you perceive others that way, others will begin to perceive you that way. But if you judge others, they judge you right back. And you feel that energy. It's up to you to consciously choose to break that cycle and say, no, this is not how I'm going to operate in my world. And it's that simple. It's a choice. But many of you don't believe you have the choice. You stay in that ego. You cannot get out of that headspace and sink into that heart center, which is what the universe is asking of you. There's impatience here in service. Again, if you're impatient with anything in your life, money, love, your job, your image, whatever it is, you need to be sitting in more gratitude, in more service to the collective. That is what woke souls are here to do, is serve the collective, especially divine counterparts, mission work. Maybe you need to focus on that right now. What would it look like in my highest timeline? How can I give back to others and serve others, but also be really happy and also get what it is I want? Where's that balance? If you're not giving service to others, sitting in gratitude, then the universe isn't going to give you anything back. They're like, oh, well, you're selfish, so we'll continue to treat you like a selfish person. Just check in with that, okay? I'm not mad at anybody. This is a lot of energy for Cancer season. But if you can do this, we have the new moon going into Leo on the 28th, and I do think Leo season will be much more exciting for you. You are Leos. It's going to be great. But you really got to get through the next couple of weeks here. Focus on your destiny. Focus on wisdom. Again, green and yellow seems important. Prayer, enlightenment, and miracle. Pray for what you want. State to the universe clearly what it is you want, and I assure you, it will begin to come in and manifest in your current reality. I love all of you. Have a wonderful day. Feel free to check out my website. I have free blogs about the twin flame journey and about wounded masculine and feminine energy, gingermama.com.